Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to Sam and Max Season 3, The Devil's Playhouse, Episode 5, The City That Dares Not Sleep. Boy is it long. Boy is it long. I am going to have a trouble squeezing all of that description into each title. I can already tell you. I of course label the videos later. Getting back to the game, we've unlocked this new ability to move Sam. Giant monster Sam, and I guess that's what we want to do.
It looks like you're writing a letter. Would you like help?
What?
I mean, it looks like you're trying to control Max. Is that right?
Yes, control Max.
We've got everything under control, Mama Bosco. Rescue team, assume Giant Max form, go.
Motor skills to full power. Neurons and stuff aligned for transphasal plasmic shift or something. Release exhaust. Activate feet and legs.
Manual override active. Go!
Activate hands and arms.
We'll have control of that.
Sam, you have not unlocked the arms yet.
Oh, right. We can still walk around and stuff though, right?
I suppose, if you don't mind shuffling through the city, pointlessly smashing everything in sight.
Can't think of a good reason not to.
So we could explore Battery Park. And over here we've got batteries in Battery Park. So this is a cool concept, and now we kind of figured out why they introduced 3D into this game. And I can't just walk into the water, it seems like. It does seem like we can just kind of walk right here on the edge of the city. So all of Manhattan seems to be somewhat accessible here. Sorta. Although it seems like this is kind of a complicated process here to just walk up and down buildings that don't seem to do anything. Crumble the Federated Consolidated Building. Apparently that's something we can do. If this is all of Manhattan, we should see some landmarks we could destroy. There's a couple of games that have come out that try to make this experience and still haven't quite done everything that we should have done by this point to accomplish this. The most recent Godzilla game, for instance, is awful. Is that the Empire State Building there? This is supposed to be Manhattan, I think. Generico Incorporated Headquarters. The Bosco Tech. A couple other things we can crush. Harry Arms Apartments. Can we chomp the Harry Arms Apartments? Really? That didn't seem to do anything. Feels like they've just thrown a couple of items in here. So is that supposed to be the Empire State Building right there? Well, I don't know where Battery Park is compared to Central Park. I suppose if we got him to eat the batteries, that would be what we want.
Sam, my biosensors are detecting a drop-off in transmotor electrical impulses to the lower quadrant. I'll skip it. Do you want to keep controlling Max or not?
Let's go home.
I'm done here. I want to go back.
So we gotta figure out how to make a battery. That's the next step, I think. Or not. I mean, it very easily could not be it. Have we used the mariachi frogs?
Max got me that set of mariachi frogs for my birthday.
Yeah, that's a real exciting story. What are you waiting for, you Pulitzer?
Let's try this.
Curse
So
my
this is like
lack of suction.
a rhinoplasty.
You gotta bring the whole place down!
Whoops.
Hey, watch it!
Ouch.
So running into things.
You gotta bring the whole place down!
I wonder how Mama Bosco and Super Ball are doing. I should take Max back to the labs to check in.
Wow. So I was a little confused here. And apparently
Hey,
that's
watch
the
it!
solution. We saw
Whoops.
that was it. That was something we could do. Come on, go this way. The control is not quite existent.
Ouch.
Get me close enough to the tube so I can use the tube.
You gotta bring the whole place down!
Look, I'm not even touching the control here. Hit escape. Nothing happens.
Whoops.
You gotta bring the whole place down!
Ouch.
Doesn't seem like
Hey,
it's
watch
stopping.
it! You gotta bring the whole place down!
Have we bugged out?
Hey, watch it!
I think we bugged out twice in
Whoops.
this game. Completely unacceptable. This isn't.
Ouch.
This isn't me hitting the wrong buttons. I'm hitting everything.
Hey,
here.
watch it!
Unless my keyboard and mouse just suddenly decide to stop working. It would be the keyboard only because the mouse is obviously working.
You gotta bring the whole place down!
I can't control
Whoops.
this anymore. Let's see, let's try this. Real quick, Alt tab out, tab back in.
Ouch.
Nope. I can't click on anything. The game is locked into something. Twice. Alright,
You gotta
let's
bring the
quickly
whole...
just close that. We're gonna do on the fly reboot of it. And just bring back into the game. And whatever little progress we made there is fine. We didn't really make any progress, but that's
Sam,
fine.
it looks like you're writing a letter. Would you like help?
What?
I mean, it looks like you're trying to control Max. Is that right?
Yes, let's control Max.
We've got everything under control, Mama Bosco.
Completely
Rescue team,
unacceptable.
Assume giant Max form go.
Totally unacceptable. I understand that this engine seems to have been completely changed or in the process of being changed to make the game we saw after this like The Walking Dead. And actually it wasn't even The Walking Dead, it was probably Jurassic Park that was the game after this next, which is an awful game in itself.
You have not unlocked the arms yet.
Oh, right. We can still walk around and stuff, though, right?
I suppose, if you don't mind shuffling through the city, pointlessly smashing everything in sight.
Can't think of a good reason not to.
So, yeah, on top of this engine causing this game to be buggy, this engine I assume also helped in a significant amount mess up Jurassic Park the game, which is just an awful game. It really is. It's one of the worst games I've ever played from anybody. And inherently, I think this is because Telltale makes the same mistake that they're still making right now. They've gained a lot of popularity with the Walking Dead series and several things. Right now they're releasing The Walking Dead Michonne as its own spin-off series, and I just heard word that that's not a very good game either. But their main problem is they put all their eggs in the same basket. Their engine has been programmed and designed to only make the modern Telltale games that are about quick-time events on rare occasions and dialogue choices that the story somewhat remembers and responds to, and that's all their engine can do. Instead, what they should have done is had their engine try to make other types of games, puzzle games, first-person adventure games, first-person shooter games. Every single type of game should at least as a demo be capable of being run by their engine, or at the very least their programmers should be capable of making something like that if they have to go use the Unreal Engine or the Unity engine or something else. That's fine. But Telltale as a company seems to have put all its focus on making games like this, and now that games like this aren't super popular, and by like this I mean the modern Telltale games like The Walking Dead, more than even point-and-click adventure games like Sam and Max. Sam and Max and point-and-click adventure games have already left the panel of major popular games. They used to be super popular. Nowadays they're not really popular at all. You'd probably get laughed out of the boardroom if you suggested making a point-and-click adventure. I like this spine. So we need the Menace Bosco tech. Let's do this. So they're just not forward-looking.
Hey, is there someone on the roof? This isn't much fun without being able to control Max's arms.
Okay, I figured it out.
My biosensors are detecting a drop-off in transmotor electrical impulses to the lower quadrants. I'll skip it. Do you want to keep controlling Max or not?
No, go home.
I'm done here. I want to go back.
So we need to run to the brain, then to the stomach, put the cockroach back on the craving, and then Max will eat Sal, who's a cockroach. Ah, it makes sense now. Yes, it makes sense. And then we'll get Sal, who is literate, then we'll unlock the arms, and when we unlock the arms, we'll be able to eat the batteries and take out the tumor, which I imagine means we will go to Act 3 and see the big twist and reveal.
I don't know about this, Stinky. Feels like we got in way over our head. Don't tell me you're getting cold tarsal pads now, baby. Not when we're so close to having everything we ever wanted.
Yeah, that's another thing. It was kind of exciting for the first couple of decades, but I don't think... What's that?
Decades.
It sounds like something's coming.
Yeah, so anyways, like I was saying...
Hold on!
Never fear, my queen. I've got
you. That was unexpected, somewhat. So now we're gonna have to get Sal to talk to us.
Hiya, Sam. So this is what hell looks like.
Well, kinda now that you mention it. But we're not in hell.
Really? Because I've done some real bad things. I figured that monster had finally punched my ticket.
No, we're just in Max's stomach. If you want to make up for all the bad things you've done, you can help us save the city.
I'll do anything. Well, almost anything. Maybe I better hear what it is first.
Okay, use that video game machine up in the arm controls and read the commands off to Monsieur Paperweight. The brain's going to try to ventriloquize you to say the wrong thing, so...
So I just say the complete opposite, right? Any dope could figure that out.
Well, not any dope. I think you'd have to be pretty clever to figure that out.
Brilliant, Sam. This roach is pure dynamite.
He solved the manual override even faster than you did.
Yeah, well, I did it first.
There you go, Sam. I took care of those arms like you wanted. Now just get over to Battery Park and you...
Sal, are you okay, buddy?
Looks like this is the end of my ride after all. Hey, Sam?
But I thought roaches were immune to radiation.
Nah, that's just a urban legend. But I figured that if a bunch of people need something, then that kind of weighs more than just one newly single deadbeat cockroach, you know?
That's beautiful, Sal. I'll edit it down a little before it goes into your biography.
Now get over to that power plant and save the...
Aww. Let's mourn Sal.
Get over to that power plant and save the what, Sal? What? We need to know.
No, we don't. So we now have control, I think, so...
Sam, Max is acting crazy again. Are you trying to control him?
Yes.
We're going in.
All right, team. We've only got a few hours left to save Max. Let's do this.
We have the full control of the arms. Go!
Then we're off to Battery Park. Activate feet and legs.
Still active. Go!
Activate hands and arms. Max Rescue Team, go!
So, this could have totally been a... the SWAT Skunkape? Nah, forget it. This could have totally been a 2.5D, 2D area. There's no real reason that we need the 3D walking around. They just wanted to do it. And that was it. And it made the game worse because of this experiment. I would have, as the project lead or director, cut the 3D elements and had a 2D version already in production and made.
All right, team, we're going in.
Shredding sequence engaged. Let's do this with some style, people.
Beginning electrocution sequence.
It's for your own good, not so little buddy.
Did it work?
Only one way to find out.
So now we should be able to get into the brain, which I believe will start Act 3.
That jolt should have been enough to short out Max's psychic powers. I'm going in.
Not so fast, my friends. Have you solved the mystery? I'll give you one more moment to check your work. Well, the clues to our villain's identity have been laid before you since the moment our story began. Have you figured it out yet? Is it Monsieur Paperweight and his hideous counterpart, Dr. Norrington, refugees from a dimension of pure evil? Or General Skunkape, driven mad by his insatiable lust for the toys of power? Sybil Pandemic with her... Do you mind? I'm trying to... Oh, now you've just ruined it.
Oh, sorry, but what are you doing inside Max's brain?
Inside Max's brain? My dear Sam, I am Max's brain.
Max's brain is a monochromatic fade British gentleman?
Not the entire brain, perhaps. Just the part that matters. I believe that Freud called it the superego, but I'd hate to sound boastful.
Yep, kind of called it. Figured that was going to be the twist. Let's go super ego.
I didn't think Max had a superego.
Yes, well, you're fat. It would seem that neither of us get the respect or attention we deserve.
Well, you don't have to be a jerk about it.
Forgive me, I'm lashing out. But you, of all people, should be able to understand my frustration after years of being partnered with a creature driven by pure id. I always tried to encourage his appreciation of the finer things. Literature, theater, beatboxing. I was always ignored.
Interesting. So the bad guy is the superego of Max because Max is all id. Interesting. Psychic powers.
Are you the cause of Max's psychic powers?
No. The gift was within Max from the beginning. A gift of incalculable power.
It was just shape-shifting and some teleportation. Pretty common stuff, really.
In all the universe, the only power beyond the mind's comprehension is the power of the mind. And how did Max use that power? To explore the mysteries of the infinite? No, to put the smackdown on a host of petty criminals. Such a disappointment. A disappointment that will have to be corrected.
So, treachery, you're evil, you're lying. Master plan. What's your plan? Master plan. Let's ask that, then say treachery.
So what's your plan, Brain? To take over the world? Because this world's not going down without a fight.
Take over the world? Why would I want to do that? To prolong my suffering with an endless parade of armpit farts and locker room giggles? No, Sam. I want nothing more than to let it all end. And a psychic explosion that takes out most of the northeastern United States seems a particularly spectacular way to go.
Treachery.
So you were the one using those psychic powers against me.
An unavoidable but entertaining necessity, I'm afraid. We couldn't have you wandering around Max's mind until the buildup of psychic energy had reached a tipping point, now could we?
Maybe?
It was a rhetorical question.
You're evil.
It sounds like you're just rationalizing away every evil decision you make just to convince yourself it's right.
Yeah, superego. That's pretty much what I do.
You're lying!
Oh, very well. I suppose you've forced me to come clean. Sam, I am actually an agent of a much higher power, appearing only to you and Max to guide you in times of crisis. I believe you mortals would refer to me as an angel.
Wait, really?
Of course not. That would be stupid. I am the manifestation of the superego of a psychic rabbit detective mutated into a gigantic beast by a toy box filled with powerful toys from another dimension. Sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one.
So I guess we have to talk about the master plan again.
So you're going to destroy the city just because you're upset Max isn't more highbrow?
Sam. They say that idle hands are the devil's playthings, but there is something far, far worse. An idle mind is the devil's playhouse, a stage for the most vapid, horrible, and destructive stories to be made real.
Deep. And curiously insulting.
Didn't think I'd be able to work the title in, did you?
Well, I guess we have nothing to do, so let's just back out, I guess.
Okay, here's how it's going to go down. I'm going to turn off the power. Sybil and Norrington are going to cut out that tumor, and then you're going to help us get Max back to normal.
Sam, I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Max's power has reached critical levels, and it's only a matter of time until his brain catches fire and explodes, taking most of the eastern United States with it.
Then we'll use his psychic powers.
But how? The toys were all destroyed. All that is left is Max's memories of them. Most of which were destroyed by a sudden jolt of electricity. Oh dear, did you do that? How ironic.
You said most of the powers were destroyed?
Well, there's the astral projector for all the good that will do you.
Alright, so at 26 minutes, we could either end it here, maybe? Let's try. Let's quickly
Looks like a scrapbook. Precious memories. Aw, that's awful cute. Giant Max is even more empty-headed than the regular version.
Astral projection requires there to be a suitable host body on the other end. You can only project into a version of yourself.
Like my great-grandfather?
Exactly. Or
one of the me clones. But all of the clones were quarantined to the reservations on Staten Island.
Oh, there are still a few strays here and there.
So we could use the city slide to astral project, and then we could wander around the city. We could use the door, or we could use the circuit breaker.
This must be that medulla oblongata everybody's been talking about. That ought to do it. Now Sybil and Norrington can get started on that brain surgery.
Let's use the nameplate.
Super ego.
Well, I don't like to brag, but I am pretty rad.
Flag, talk to the narrator. Use the astral projector.
That astral projection toy we found in our basement.
No, please. You mustn't use Max's psychic powers. It will only speed up our destruction.
Just try and stop me. After you explain to me how it works.
Max in his current form is a bit more simple than he used to be. The projector will only take slides now.
So it looks like there's going to be 6 slides.
There's no replacement Sam there to project into.
But we've got to find the other slides? So this is interesting.
I'm not done with you yet. Don't go anywhere.
I'll try not to let Max's mind wander.
Good build. Imaginary mahogany.
So I think we've got more to this game. I think this isn't just gonna all end as where it is. I think we're gonna have to wander around, find some slides somewhere, and when we find those slides, astral project.
Great job, Sam. Just a few quick slices, and then we can get both of these mothers out of Max's brain.
Wait!
Now what's the problem?
It appears that Max's tumor has become infected with dark matter.
But you can make it better, right?
Let's see, recall adventuring or recall crime fighting?
I need Max to wobble by my side as we crash land into the mysteries of the universe and chortle merrily at reality's deepest secrets.
No earthly tools can remove dark matter. Believe me, I've tried.
Destroy dark matter. I know, that toy robot I found.
But I thought you guys said that all those psychic toys were destroyed.
Destroyed? Nonsense. Blasted thing.
Somewhere in the city, someone must have retrieved the toy from the Statue of Liberty and reassembled it.
And I think I know exactly who. Our old favorite psychic toy collector, Harry Molman.
You mean General Skunkape, right?
Oh yeah, Skunky. He probably has the robot, doesn't he? I should go find him. To get the robot. Skunky. Yeah.
So we've got a couple of things to do, it seems like. So I imagine what we should do is run around the body just to make sure. Talk to everybody just to make sure. Because we still don't know what is going to cause those slides to come about. But I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't another 30 minutes to, at most, maybe an hour and 30 minutes, and then we'll be done with this. We're in Act 3. The twist seemed pretty obvious, but I mean, I could understand a lot of people not getting the fact that the narrator was one of the persons who was going to betray them. It could have been any of them, really. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.